Back with another video. In today's video, as the title suggests, is what if Naruto was raised by the 7 Ninja Swordsmen. And the like goal for this video is going to be 400 likes to get another part followed closely behind this one. So make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes what ifs or just anime content in general. Comment down below some what if suggestions solely Naruto based. Check out my Discord server and subscribe, as I want to hit 5k by June and 10k by the end of the year. I've decided that I may want to implement a sort of shout out, upload, if you will, where what I mean by that is just that I shout people out in my videos frequently or from time to time, and smaller creators, of course, who need the shout out. So, not people who already have their channels off the ground and stuff like that, but if they're new to YouTube, they just started, or things of the sort, then that's where the shoutouts can go to those people. So, if that's you, then comment down below, and I may shout you out, just may. Don't expect it, but yeah. So, let's get into the video. Minato is related to Yagura, the 4th Mizukage, causing the two villages to have close relations. This would cause the Mist and the Leaf to go in and out of each other's villages frequently. One day, the 7 Ninja Swordsmen would walk through the village after recently losing Kisame and Juzo, a part of the 7 Ninja Swordsmen. One of their strongest members, Kisame, was very valuable, and they were upset that they had lost him, as it had weakened their village's military power by a great deal. They had then seen a child who was no more than 8 years old, who they had recognized as Naruto Uzumaki, being tormented by several villagers who threw things like apples, toys, metal cans, and things of the sort at him. And the ones that didn't throw things looked at him in disgust, like a animal, a creature, a vile beast. They would all jump in the way of Naruto so that any objects and projectiles that could have hit him wouldn't. Naruto would then ask why they had stopped the objects from hitting him, as the swordsmen would all reply at the same time: loyalty. Naruto couldn't understand what this truly meant, but in the 7 Ninja Swordsman's mind, protecting Yagura's nephew was loyalty to their Kage. They would then stop the bullying, as they would venture to the Hokage office, asking if Naruto could join the 7 Ninja Swordsmen, as they had lost 2 members recently and had been on the low. Hiruzen would say if Yagura agrees to him joining, then sure, as long as all money he earns, as well as achievements, go to the Leaf, at least 30% of it, and this would just make the Leaf's military power increase with the Mistas, and therefore raise the amount of economy in their villages. Yagura would agree to this, making Naruto leave the Leaf and join the Hidden Mist. 7 Ninja Swordsmen. Naruto would learn the knowledge of a swordsman, and making his own blade with the help of a swordsman, and also a blacksmith that was able to basically make a sword that resembled Naruto's spirit, if you will, and was binded together with Naruto's own chakra, as well as the chakra of the 3 tails and the 9 tails, calling the blade Kyuubi. Naruto would master Kyuubi, and all of the blades in the swordsman have special abilities, so Naruto's would as well. Naruto's blade can cut through anything, give Naruto a chakra boost if needed, and can, if wielded by a ninja who isn't Naruto, burn their hands or sap their chakra at alarming rates. Naruto would then grow with the swordsmen, going on many missions with them, until it was his turn to go on a mission alone. He was a full-fledged ninja of the Hidden Mist Village. While Naruto was away from the group, they would be killed, and in this timeline, they were not beat by Might Dai because of the relation between both the Leaf and the Mist, but they were killed by Itachi, Juzo, Kisame, and Deidara, who had traveled as a quad of sorts, a difference from the original canon. Might Die does still die, but in this timeline, it's due to a deadly chakra disease, similar to Itachi's, and because he was much older, it would make him pass. With no Tsunade to help him, as she had left the village gambling at this time. Anyhow, Naruto would return to the Mist Village after his mission, being greeted by Yagura. Yagura would take him to his office, with Naruto asking what Yagura had needed. Yagura would ask Naruto how the B-rank mission had went, with Naruto saying that he had completed it with no scratches. If you've made it this far into the video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Naruto would then drink some tea that Yagura had poured for him, as Yagura would say that the swordsmen are dead. This glass of tea that Naruto had had in his hands, or a teacup if you will, would then fall, as the tea within Naruto's mouth would start to leak from his tongue as his jaw dropped. "What did you say, Yagura?" "It is true. They have fallen in combat." "No!" Naruto would say as he slammed his fist into the desk they had been seated at, running out of the room abruptly. Naruto would then start to train, to burn off his anger, if you will, returning to the Mizukage later that day, and asking Yagura what they'll do. Yagura would say, simply put, with a bit more training, you'll become the leader of the new generation 7 ninja swordsmen, but before that, you must recover their blades. Naruto would understand as Yagura, through him and his mirroring blade, would be given basically to Naruto. Basically, Naruto has now received Yagura's mirroring blade to do this job. Naruto would walk out of the room, venturing close to an area in between the stone and the mist villages, as he would see several ninja guarding the swordsman's blades. In a blink of an eye, Naruto would defeat all of them, as one of them had tanked his attack, making Naruto have a 1v1 battle with him. This ninja's name was Karu. Naruto would ask of his name, with the man saying Karu, and asking of his young boy enemy, Naruto, with Naruto saying that his name was Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto would then fight Karu, and eventually he was able to weaken him enough to behead him. In his anger, that is, knowing that he had potentially killed the people who had slayed his predecessors, brought joy to his mind and face, as well as relief, as he carried all of their swords and bodies back home. Yagura would congratulate Naruto on retrieving their village's most valuable weapons and their first line of defense, as well as the bodies of the previous swordsmen. Naruto would then say and ask who are the new members going to be. Yagura would say at least 4 of them can be found within the village, but 2 can't. Have you heard of the story of Zabuza Momochi? Naruto would think deeply, nodding his head. Yes, I remember. He was a swordsman, right? At least that's what the other swordsman said. But he left a long time ago and planned some sort of coup d'etat. If I'm mistaken, that may have not happened, but that's what I've heard. Yagura would nod. A few years ago, a man who used to be a swordsman wielding the executioner's blade. That was Zabuza. He had attempted an assassination on my life with Haku, a boy of the Yuki clan. He would make a great addition, and even Zabuza himself, as he only left because of my tyrannical rule. But like you see, I've swayed far from that. Naruto would understand. Asking where Zabuza and Haku could be, Yagura would say that the last place he was told that they were was serving under Gato, a mob boss. My Anbu tried to catch them, but their trail ran dry. Naruto would understand. Sure thing, Yagura, as he would say, finding the location of Gato and finding Zabuza and Haku on a mission for him, and basically swaying them towards the swordsman's side as he beat them in combat. Zabuza, realizing that Yagura had changed, would agree, as well as Zabuza not being in the place to disagree with Naruto, as Naruto had just finished defeating both both Zabuza and Haku. meaning that the swordsman now had 3 members, with Haku being gifted the Nunibari, a sword translating to sewing needle, in the shape of a needle with a long, thin wire that resembles thread attached to it, which can be used to pierce enemies and in a way sew them together, in human bundles, if you will. It is also called a longsword. They would then return to the Mist Village, with Naruto meeting the other members, which I'll go over. Valis had wielded Kiba, a blade that was imbued with lightning chakra, increasing its cutting-edge power. They are also said to be the sharpest swords ever forged, also known as thunder swords. Hakano was given Hiramakare, a bandaged double-handed sword that is capable of storing and emitting the user's chakra, which can then take on various forms, also known as a twin sword. Gento was given Shibuki, translating to splash, a sword that has a scroll full of explosive tags incorporated into it and lined up behind the blade, combining swordsmanship and explosions. It is also known as a blast sword. And the 7th new generation swordsman's name was Haruno, who had a blade called Kame. This blade has the ability to use nature to strengthen it, being able to easily cut through people and break defenses, also known as a power storing blade, similar to Naruto's, and with that, the 7 ninja swordsmen were full and reformed. The 7 ninja swordsmen were very important to the Mist Village, being in most cases its first line of defense. Naruto would still be sad at the loss of his former swordsmen and comrades, but he had to accept that they were gone. You aren't able to just revive people, so he would carry on their will and love for the village and power through. At least that's what he thought. Maybe even gain a title on the way for he and his fellow swordsmen. Naruto's new goal was to fulfill the purpose of the 7 ninja swordsmen. Eventually, Naruto's name, as well as Haku, Zabuza, Valis, Gento, Hakano, and even Haruno's names, would all be known throughout the great nations. They would then be called for a mission to save a Genin team of Leaf Shinobi, a squad that they were tasked with saving from a group of high-level bandits at Gato's disposal, as he had recruited 2 new A to S class ninja to fill Zabuza and Haku's spot, as well as several B rank bandits that Naruto and Zabuza, as well as Haku, had slain, so that they could free the swordsman and Team 7. Basically, if you didn't get that, Zabuza had to kill other swordsmen, so basically, in the end, he has to repay the Mist Village, as well as the fact that Zabuza, Haku, and Naruto had slain a lot of bandits on their way out so that they could leave freely from Gato. Team 7 would then meet up with Naruto, getting to know the people on Team 7 and the swordsman mutual, if you will, as they made a plan to defeat the bandits, which would take 3 days if they wanted no casualties. Naruto had thought of this plan, and it worked like this. They would defeat a third of the ninja. They had a day until the rest of the ninja there would surrender, so they would launch 3 attacks in the dimly lit sky, and then, by extension, they could limit their forces by 33% in 3 days, meaning that 99% of them, in theory, should be defeated, and so they would launch at the bandits and attack. And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto Plays with the Swordsman, and the like goal for this video is going to be 400 likes, so make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes with this, or just anime content in general. Comment down below what are suggestions, check out my Discord server down below, subscribe as I want to hit 5k by June, 10k by the end of the year, subscribe to my boy Otaku Boy X. He will be in the description, a good friend of mine. And as always, Rami X, signing off.